Yo, it's your boy Kev.
It's your boy B. Lou.
And y'all are now tuned into the On the Low podcast.
Let's get it.
I don't know why these bitches be tripping, they all on my phone. I just be pimping, these other dudes simping. I'm making a killing, I'm chasing the millions. Yeah, I don't know why these bitches be hoes, they doing the most. I'm chasing my goals, that's how it goes. I don't know why these bitches be tripping, they all on my phone. I just be pimping, these other dudes simping. I'm making a killing, I'm chasing the millions. Yeah, I don't know why these bitches be hoes, they doing the most. I'm chasing my goals, that's how it goes. Yeah.
What up, y'all? Hope everybody doing good. We back in the building. Somebody back again. Go ahead and introduce yourself for the people who don't know.
Hey, yo, man, it's C Deep, man. I'm here again, fucking on the Low podcast, man. Shout out to guys, man.
Great friend of the show. Before we get into today's episode, I'm gonna need everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free to show some love. We got the analytics. I know y'all seeing it, but she ain't hitting that subscribe button. Follow us on Instagram at @officialonthelow. Just run the numbers up. Share all those posts with our friends. We're getting some love on the clips right now. We're trying to run the numbers up on everything. And that is why our goal is 10,000 plays across all streaming platforms. That's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and everything in between. So share this with your group chat. Let your peoples know that we out here doing this shit. There is a link in the description where you can send in a voice message to the show. Anything sent to the show gets played right here on the show, and we'll talk about it. If you disagree with anything, that's even better reason to send something into the show. There is also a link where you can support the show. Send in anything you want. We're not asking for it, but it's all appreciated. Anything sent to the show gets put right back in so we can grow. Let's get it, B. Lou.
All right, we back again. Welcome back.
Yeah. What you been up to since last time we went on the show, man?
Man, last time, damn, what was that? What was going on?
It was like 2 months ago.
What was my next battle that I was talking about? I think was I about to battle D White at that time, or did I already do it?
I don't know if you already did it or not.
Nah,
I know the battle definitely wasn't out.
Nah, yeah, I was about to battle D White at that point. Since then, I battled D White. You know what I mean? Debatable battle, however you want to see it. It was a fire battle.
Nah, that battle was fire, bro.
Yeah, I think it was fire. I think so. In that battle per se, I think I feel like he rapped a little long. You know what I mean? He did rap long. Like,
he did.
Rapped
I was
like,
thinking the same thing.
He rapped like 7-8 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
like legit. You know what I mean? It is a one rounder. Like tradition, like you go like 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had 7 minutes of name flips.
Yeah. It was like he used all the name flips as deep as possible. Like,
Yeah, he was getting creative. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, and I feel like it kind of stalled out at a certain point in time where it's like people was getting tired of hearing name flips. You know what I mean? And mine was like a consistent, like, it wasn't back to back like reactions or like, but it was.
You got haymakers.
It was,
there.
yeah, you
like
feel
that,
me? And that's my setup.
Yeah, like the medium to reach you.
Yeah.
They didn't even catch that shit though, like that. You feel
That's
me?
the bar
Nigga
we
had
were
a
talking
side
about
scheme,
last
bro.
episode.
Word.
Yeah, we were talking about it because you were saying something about how like the reaction in the room don't hit sometimes.
Yeah.
And I thought that was one of your best bars.
Or it's like, y'all seen Clash of the Titans?
Yeah.
So I said, what I said? I said, damn. What I said, so what if he doesn't see C pull up with some company? You see those sea monsters that I brung with me, so we can get the Kraken. Hades a monster. So in Clash of the Titans, Hades had a monster called the Kraken.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
It's
Nah,
crazy.
that shit is
Like, what if he doesn't see sea flooding? And even that
sea flooding doesn't. Nah, that's crazy.
Sea flooding.
Yeah, that's crazy.
With some company, you see those sea monsters that I brung with me, so we can get the Kraken. Hades a monster.
Yeah, yo,
Yeah,
some
that's
of your
just
schemes,
too many levels, bro.
Some of your
Like-
schemes do go crazy. Like you had the Marvel scheme against who was it? It was the 3 letters. Was it
KOG?
KOG.
Yeah, you had that Marvel scheme
That shit
in
was
there.
fire.
That shit was fire. I had to run that one back once I realized you were going with the Marvel shit.
You know what I've been meaning to ask you about battling, bro?
What?
You ever battle a nigga, his breath crazy? Like,
Nah, nobody ever got that close to me yet.
okay, so nobody really been barking at you
Nah,
like, all right,
nah.
It's all been like,
all right.
most of the people you battle, do you like know of them beforehand or?
Nah, especially because I'm from Delaware, you know what I mean? It's like, and I'm new in battle rap, you know what I mean? But my most aggressive battle is probably the Telly battle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that was just I knew him more than anybody.
Okay.
Like, as far as like history, and that's only because he barred you to death too. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was my most aggressive battle, and that's what that was. What it was. You feel me?
Yeah, and that was our first time at a
What y'all
like a
think?
venue.
Tell me what y'all. Let's talk about that battle. What y'all
Let's
think?
talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I think first of all that was a great battle on both sides.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, like I never heard of Telly. I get there, he start rapping. I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
I was like, all right, he got the performance. Like
Yeah.
his performance, he had you with the performance.
Yeah.
he had you with the performance. Like in the building, I'm locked in. Like, oh, I ain't gonna lie, the Lil Kane with the light shit was a little corny.
Yeah.
But
I didn't like that either.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
props are kind of corny to me. If you bring, unless you could do it right, but like most
Yeah.
props are corny to me.
But I saw where he was going with it, so I was like, all right. But yeah, that shit was definitely debatable. That shit was debatable to me.
And once I was there, I understand what you were saying in the last episode, where like in the building they don't catch a lot of your bars. Because when I went back and rewatched it,
I was like,
Crazy.
like,
Right?
yeah, it was a debatable battle once
Like-
you rewatch the shit.
And it was like the energy in the room can change everything. And it's like, and Telly is like a lot of people know him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like, especially in that room, you know what I mean? Because
a lot of
like,
people left before you went too.
exactly, like the room completely changed.
The room, like if you weren't there, you wouldn't know. But like
Yeah,
in the room, niggas walked out.
And I was like, yo, like it's different in here now. Like the battle before, it was like more people and the energy was different, but now it's like weird, you know what I mean? And people watching it, they not gonna know that, you know what I mean? They just gonna think it is what it is. But it wasn't really that much of a battle rap crowd in it, you know what I mean, to really catch what I'm saying. Like in the We Go Hard building, they would have called it more, you feel me, or something like that, you know what I mean. But shout out Bar You to Death, they just starting this shit. But I think my perspective on the battle was like, I think he beat me, you know what I mean. I think it was like a 2-1, or I think it was a debatable. I don't think he 30'd me, or if he 30'd me, you could say that, you know what I mean, because he could have edged every round. Which
I definitely don't think you got 30 though.
I don't think you got that.
I didn't get like trashed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But me personally, like if somebody told me it was a gentleman's 30, I would accept it. And,
Okay.
And I say that because I'm honest with myself. Like if I'm looking at every battle and I don't just look at the balls because I understand that would be naive because that's not battle rap. You know what I
Exactly,
mean? Like,
it is.
battle rap is all these other things, and I feel like he was just well prepped, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very well
And me
prepped.
knowing myself, I was coming up with the last round like 30 minutes before.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
shit.
understand what I'm saying? Like I wasn't in the battles because I was outside going over my shit. You know what I mean? And that's just something I knew I lapped on. And it was like it's something he picked up on too psychologically. He said it from before the battle started. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, I got $1.
Dollar
Anybody.
bill.
Dollar he choked. Yeah, he said
Yeah,
that.
I
shit.
didn't
Like,
choke. I never choked in a battle yet. I stumbled. You know what I mean? I never choked. It's a difference.
You've never like stopped your
You
fucking
feel me?
completely
round.
stopped.
Nah, I don't do that. Nah,
Yeah.
I never did that.
One thing about Telly I noticed, especially that third round, is he does his research because I feel like every other bar was from our first interview.
Bro, he said he knew my government, but he like CJ is not a government. Like you understand? That's another nickname that I have. You feel me? You don't know my government.
Yeah.
And I was like nah.
Like he was bringing up shit like that we only talked about.
Why
in the
did he bring
podcast.
up Dola?
Yeah.
That was the thing that killed me.
That's how I knew he was talking about this podcast.
Yeah.
That's how we
yeah,
knew.
because it was
Yeah.
like, bro, what are you even talking about now? Like Dola has nothing to do with you at all. Like
I didn't even catch the bar when he said it. He said something about Dola.
Dolomite.
Yeah.
Like what is a Dolomite? What is that?
I don't know what that is, but I just know he said
out.
you might catch something or Dola
Dolomite,
might or something. I'm
yeah,
like, what might he do? Nigga, like,
and like the thing is about the battle, if you look at it, all his punches were back-to-back baseline punches. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
and
saying?
he had the momentum going.
They were easy for the crowd to consume.
Yeah.
So the crowd was consuming it rapidly. You know what I mean? My
Facts.
shit, just like y'all mentioned, it's different levels to it. It's
Yeah.
not as easy for the crowd to consume.
You know what that reminds me of? You remember when Chess first started battling and he would rap fast and it would go over the crowd's head, but then he started slowing the
And
shit
that's what
down.
they tell me.
Yeah.
They tell me I gotta slow my shit down. But to me, I'm not going that fast. But maybe like that's something I gotta like dig more into and like study to see what I gotta do. Cause some people say it's like I'm really just punching back to back, but they don't got time to like react or to think about this shit.
That
really. That's what it is.
That does happen sometimes. Like listening to you battle, like you'll be going and you'll punch, and then you'll punch again. And as you're punching the second time, I'm catching the first one.
Yeah.
So I can't appreciate the second one because I'm just catching the first
And
one.
it be because the first one is to me the mini punch. It's like
Yeah.
it's really a filler, but it's like I'm just
You're still punching
you know,
every
I'm
bar.
still
Like,
punching.
Yeah, exactly,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like
He, you don't what they say? Punches and bunches. You think?
Yeah.
yeah.
okay, so Dolomite is a type of mineral, so I don't get that bar at all now. Some type of mineral.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to run that one back. Shout out Telly though.
Yeah, definitely shout out Telly. It got a little aggressive in the battle. You feel me? Like niggas started pushing. I started pushing first, I think. You know what I mean?
I peeped it too.
Like,
so
y'all was getting close and shit.
So
man.
I pushed him first and it was a ball that I pushed him. You know what I mean? Which is like it's acceptable. You feel me? Because it's a ball and I was acting on my ball. You know what I mean? And then what happened? He got mad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He got mad. He didn't get mad. He felt uncomfortable because I pushed him, and like he felt like he had to do something back.
He wasn't going to let you.
So what he did is not common. Like he walked over to me while I was rapping, and pushed me. You know what I mean? That's why I was mad. Like, I was mad. You know what I mean? Because it was like, yo, you tripping, cause I understood that he only did it because he felt he had to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was like, yo, you tweaked. So I pushed him again, and this time when I pushed him, he went out of the screen. Like I went back. Like, he went
I was just watching that shit this morning.
He went out of the frame of the battle, and niggas was saying I was mad. It was like I'm not mad. It was like I pushed you, and you pushed back. So now it's like who's gonna be the hardest pusher? You know what I mean?
So you turned it into a contest.
That's just what it is now. Cause like me pushing you first is saying like, all right, now I'm testing you to see if you push me back, and if you do, I'm gonna put nah. And it's not even a fact. It's the way he did it that really took. Cause he fucked up my bars and shit.
Right.
But I liked it though because it was like his defense was tough. You know what I mean? Like psychologically, all of that shit. Like he was a very defensive player, battler that night. And I think it might have did good for him.
You can tell he's been doing it for a minute.
Yeah, he's been. He's old.
He look real comfortable.
You know what I mean? He's old, so he's like he's been around for a while to consume like different styles,
right?
And, like understand what's going on. And I just started, you know what I mean? And I just started really consuming battle rap. Like when I started battle rapping is when I started watching battle rap.
Okay, really?
Okay, yeah.
That's tough. Was there anybody you battled that like surprised you? Like they came out like either better or worse than you thought they were gonna be?
Saying worse is like is all right. So like I'm not gonna say it.
You don't gotta expose nobody.
Yeah.
You could just say yes.
It is a battle. It is a battle when I thought he was gonna be better than what he was. You know what I mean? He wasn't. And there's also a battle like that. It's like Telly, for example. I didn't think he was gonna be that formidable of opponent at the night. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And he purposely upped up because he told me, he was like, yo, he told me I was his most formidable opponent so far. You know what I mean? Shout out to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so he came prepared. You know what I mean?
Up.
Facts.
Yeah, what was it like battling in front of Steams in the Saga? Like, what was it like in there?
I was fire. It was unreal. Like, and I say it's unreal not to the point where it's like I'm fanned out. You know what I mean? I say it's unreal to the point where it's like the span to those type people and like me, it's not full. You get what I'm saying? Like, and when because all it takes is movement. Like, all I did with battle rap was started moving and things just came to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and once you start moving in the direction of where you want to go, other people that's going to the same place will be in the area. You feel me? And that's just how it works. So that was fire. It was fire that they was reacting to my shit. It was just fire. It was fire night. It was cool because it's like you really wake up and like your dreams can be in your face. You feel me? So like prior to this, I didn't know it was that like I ain't gonna say easy because of course my talent did get me in that room. You feel me? But I ain't really think I would be there in that short amount of time because again I just started watching battle rap maybe a month before I started battling.
And okay, so then like about a year ago you started battling, if that.
January,
yeah.
So like 6 months ago maybe.
Damn, that shit's wild. That shit moves quick too. That shows you like how far networking goes.
And it moved quick because I move quick. You feel me? Because it's like I always believe in manifestation. You feel me? So it's like if I put this energy out into the universe, that shit. It gotta go somewhere, you feel me? And it's gonna lead me to where I want and what I want, you feel me? And it's just I told everybody that all you gotta do is move. All you gotta do is move. And that movement gonna create something.
That's what's up. You were talking before the mics came on that you're taking like a little break from battle rap. You wanna talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so September 3rd, which just recently passed, shout out to Siege Battle League. Shout out Third Degree, shout out Henny Rail, shout out that whole establishment. I was supposed to battle on they called the Awakening called Fire called. But I couldn't, you feel me? And it's because I'm taking a break. And I'm taking a break because I have like personal shit to get in order. You know what I mean? When I and this is professional to me, you know what I mean? When I tell people like, yo, I'm not gonna keep going in the state I'm in if I'm knowing it won't be you feel me, beneficial to everybody. You feel me? Because if you in a state of like destruction, say, you feel me, you're gonna like destruction is gonna be around you. You might help destroying the shit you trying to build. You feel me? So I gotta get back within myself. You feel me? And understand exactly what I'm trying to do here. Cause it's like I started moving in this, and it was like I wasn't really me. You feel me? It was so much, and I was getting good so fast. You feel me? Like I just want to make sure I stay me in the process. You understand? So it's so I just gotta and I do this all the time. It's not new. You feel me? I do it with social media. Like I take breaks. It's just I'm a leaf in the wind type nigga. It's like I just go with how I feel, and if I feel it's right, then I'm gonna do that. You feel me?
Yeah, and that's key. I feel like you gotta really be good with yourself. That way you know that you're able to give 100. Because if you can't give 100, then what's the point?
Facts, exactly. And it's like I always pride myself, right, on being the best version of myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I know I'm not that at that time, it's like I'm not going to keep going with any other activity until I find that again. Because I know that, like, any other lesser form of me, I'm not going to tolerate it when I come back to myself. Like, I'm going to be pissed. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You feel me? So it's like I always want to try to be in that state of mind where it's like I'm working to get the best version of myself.
So what are you things are you like working on right now to become that best version of yourself?
A lot of like internal shit, honestly. Like a lot of meditation, a lot of like reading. Like I used to be a heavy reader, and I still am at heart. You know what I mean? But I haven't been actually doing it. You feel me? So I want to get back to just being more in the present. You feel me? Because everything else is an illusion. You feel me? Like time is an illusion itself. But like, so only thing that matters is right now. The moment is the only thing that really exists. You feel me? Because the past, it only exists because you can remember it. You feel me? In our memories, the future hasn't happened yet, but the present creates the future. So if you in the present, then your future will be better if whatever you're doing. You feel me?
I like the way you worded that.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, you got me over here like.
Yeah, that was deep.
Like, thinking.
That was profound.
That's why they call him C deep, right?
I wanted to get on here today, man. Talk more myself. I feel like I'm rapping a lot, and I feel like I'm doing these things, and people don't really know like what I'm really about. You feel me? And like what really be going through my mind.
Yeah,
So,
let's talk a little bit about the books about the books that you were telling me about before.
yeah, man, I got a lot of book ideas. I'm not really gonna go into detail about the details. You know what I mean? But they coming. You know what I mean? It's just a process of like me again orienting myself so I can properly be disciplined and do what I need to do to fulfill it. You feel me? But it's great ideas for the Black community, great ideas for the reading community, great ideas for the world in general. Just speaking on different theories and ideologies. You feel me? And it can help a lot of people. You know what I mean? I really want to like create like a book series or a collection of books for like the Black community. You feel me? And because we don't read a lot. You feel me? And it's like I feel like it's not to our benefit. You feel me? I feel like, but we need books that tell our story. You feel me? That
exactly.
You feel me? That we can see ourselves in. You feel me? So
that's true. And piggybacking off of helping people. Right before we started, we were talking about Google Calendar and making sure that you're organized. Because when you're in school, or even if you got a 9 to 5, everything is your schedule is given to you. You show up, they tell you what to do. You go, you got to do this, that. If you're trying to get into business, or if once you're out on your own, you have to schedule all that yourself.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that if you're not actually keeping track of it. So like what we were saying with the to-do list, if you don't want to use an actual calendar, you make a list of your things to do for the next day. So like tonight, I'm gonna get back to the crib. I'm gonna write out my whole list of everything I gotta do tomorrow in order of priority.
Word.
and then make sure I get done the most important things, no matter what. Even if it takes me all day to do one thing, I'm gonna make sure I get it done.
Do you put like time constraints on the things you need to do?
But the priority is based off the deadline of the task.
Right. Okay.
So like like on that list, I gotta do my laundry on that list. So like you feel
Right.
me? That's a lower priority than calling my clients that I have a deadline to call back. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like you put them in order of priority, and then even if it takes you all day to get done the one, the next day you just take the task that you need and you put them back on the list.
Top priority.
Yeah,
Or,
or based off of when you got to get it done. You feel me?
Yeah, facts.
So you can just keep going, and you'd be surprised at how much more efficient you'll get when you writing the shit down.
Because like in school, like that's what like your life is ran on a schedule, like up until the point you graduate, and it's like they don't. I feel like it's not stressed enough. You know what I mean? Or maybe
That's by design.
you feel me? Like you have to keep that same schedule mindset because what it is, people look at schedules like
Like a burden.
a dictator. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like control.
Like it's something that's like you got it, but it's you have to treat yourself not as a dictator, right? But as a good boss would treat a valued employee. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you have to compromise with yourself sometimes, but you also have to like you gotta push yourself to do these things, and you gotta understand that your brain is a computer. You understand? And sometimes it's not designed to help you and your ambitions. You feel me? It's designed to keep you alive and survive.
Yeah.
So sometimes it seeks comfortability, but success is never in being comfortable. So that's when you have to understand your brain is like, you gotta talk to it. You understand?
Exactly.
You gotta exercise it. Like
It's a
anything else.
muscle. You have to work it out. You have to
Yeah.
strengthen it.
Some people's brains are like like if I'm right-handed, some people's brains are like their left hand. They can't use it. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
it's weak. You
It's
feel me?
crazy. It's crazy because your mind's really a muscle, and you need that. Like you have to be able to. You have to really be able to. Like your biggest enemy is yourself. Because you'll hear other people telling you, "Oh, that sounds crazy. Why are you trying to do that?"
Yeah.
Other voices get in your head. Now you start thinking that it's true in your head, but really you block all that shit out and go.
Yeah.
Like that's really one of the hardest things to do is to overcome those little thoughts in the back of your head
Yeah.
that are telling you,
Shout
no,
out
you can't
Coach
do it.
Burns. One of the most
yeah.
influential coaches I've ever had in my life. We be in there working out a summer conditioning. He all the time is yelling, tell that voice in the back of your head to shut up. Shut the fuck up. Because he's just
Yeah.
telling you to stop when you can do so much more. Every time.
Facts. And that applies to everything in life.
Everything.
Word.
Everything.
That's why I say he's the most influential teacher I've ever had.
Real quick.
Just
you,
off of that line.
you watch Game of Thrones?
I watched like the first season, and I'm trying to keep watching, but I always fall off. Like I haven't made it past like the part where like motherfuckers like they raid the cat. Like the part.
No, that's the first season.
Nah,
You gonna-
the part when she had the dragon, the baby dragon. That's why I stopped that.
Oh no, that's way past the first season. All right, but all right, so yeah, that's a little.
Yeah, you a lot farther than me.
Yeah.
They've been getting on me crazy.
Bro,
Bro.
listen.
It's fire.
If you see her
fire.
if you seen the dragon be born, you got to see the dragon put in work. So you got to keep
Word.
watching.
Yeah, I never,
you gotta keep
Okay.
watching. You gotta watch the dragon grow up.
man, that shit fire. I fuck with all that fantasy shit, like Harry Potter. Like
Yeah.
Harry Potter raised me for real. Like,
Facts.
like it was the start of my reading journey for real.
Okay.
By like by third grade, I started the Harry Potter series. Fourth grade,
Okay.
I finished. Shit
Yeah,
was fire.
I never read Harry Potter. I watched all the movies though. My
books-
mom
I've
had
seen
the
the movies.
DVDs.
The book's better, bro.
Yeah, people say that, but
That's like with everything though, isn't it?
The books is
They say the books are
'cause
always
the books
better.
are the originator of the stories. Like
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
else is just a duplicate. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
a fact.
The book was the first idea put on paper. You know what I mean? That's why I want to be. I always wanted to be an author. I'm not gonna lie. Like I wrote a book about a superhero called Element when I was in like 6th grade.
Element. He got like he was like the Avatar.
Yeah, he was.
That's tough.
That's kind of tough.
It was
That's
fire,
tough.
but I felt like I didn't have the right vocabulary at the time, so I told
Yeah.
myself I was like, y'all, I'm gonna come back to it.
You gotta redo it.
Redo.
Gotta touch up on Element, man. That
Facts.
does sound kind of hard.
That shit
It
fire.
does. You got any crypto? You into crypto at all? You got any crypto?
Nah, I actually want to get into it because again, 19 Keys. Shout out 19 Keys podcast. He been talking about it a lot.
Where are they based out of?
19 Keys. I really don't know. 19 Keys is a person, right? So
Okay.
his podcast is called High Level Conversations. You know what I mean? He be talking about high level conversations, like whether it's money, finances, spirituality, whatever you want to, current events, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He be talking shit, and he be bringing a lot of other people onto his platform to speak the wisdom as well. You know what
that's
I mean?
dope.
And he's also a Moor. I don't know if y'all know anything about the Moors. Nation of Islam, you know what I mean? So, yeah, he definitely be speaking his talk. Shout out to him. But crypto, yeah, it's definitely something I'm interested in. Something I just gotta sit down and teach myself, for real. Cause when I step into something, I like knowing like all the ins and outs of it. You know what I mean?
Got to. There's a lot of shit going on in the world, especially like financially, like the Vatican taking all their bread out the bank.
That was I seen that shit.
Bro,
I don't know nothing about that.
The Vatican said they taking all their bread out the bank, and it has to be out by September 30th.
Bro, I seen that shit. I was like, that's probably the biggest news I've seen, and look, I'm telling you, it's gonna get glossed over, but it's really one of the biggest news yet, bro. Like, why the fuck?
All that bread,
that's a lot of bread.
They taking it all by September. It has to be out by September 30th. That's a fast move. What's about to happen?
Bro,
like they want it in cash?
Something's about to happen, bro.
But if you think about it, all right, so in China, maybe like 2-3 months ago, the banks said, nah, y'all can't have none of your bread back that's sitting in your account. You just invested in the company. They were rioting. Not rioting, but they were like,
talking about China.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. The bank was like, the banks in China were, this is the Spark Notes version. The banks in China were like, yo, if you have money in your account, they were like, you can't have that. You just invested in the company. Yeah. Everybody was out front protesting.
They took all that shit.
They said, I don't give a fuck. This ours now.
So they can't do shit. Like, people don't understand, bro. Like,
it's China though.
Like, like if you watch shit, like, y'all seen them 100?
Yeah,
that's a good ass show.
That's a great show.
Bro, like, it's just like when you watch shows like that, or like even like The Society, or like
that one's crazy.
Bro,
too.
like the world is set up by, it's barbaric at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is set up on like who's strong and who's weak. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's always what it will always be
Survival
until some kind of enlightenment is reached. You feel me? But that's just what it is, and people don't understand it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Especially over here in like Western countries.
Especially because when you look over there, they understand it. They just can't do shit about it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Over here, we actually still have some sort of freedom and power to do something about it. You know what I mean? But soon that won't be the case because they reaching for gun confiscation laws.
Yeah.
Like, and once they do that, we won't have no more tools to defend ourselves. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then we'll rely on the police forces to protect us. And then, but they answer to the government. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, shit not gonna be good. And I keep telling everybody, bro, you gotta get guns and get a safe place because shit going to get, like, if you've been awake the last 2-3 years.
Since like COVID, really.
Shit has been getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Bro,
shit.
I get guns, find somewhere to put your cash that is not the US dollar. And
Bro, I don't put my money in banks, bro.
You can't.
I don't.
You can't, especially what we just talk about in China, bro.
Right.
like what? I'm not in the bank. You crazy? You got to find something else to do with that. They said
and learn how to learn besides money. Learn the shit that you need to survive. Like learn how to garden. Learn how to plant your own foods.
Yeah.
Learn how to learn how to build shit. You feel me? These are the tools of humanity that is
lost.
They're fundamental and they are lost. You feel me? But it's the basic shit that you should know to protect your family. You feel me? Like, cause what it is, right? We live in a system, and it's a game, right? And the system has told you that to depend on the system, and that's what everybody does for everything. You feel me? Like, nobody does anything for self anymore.
Yeah.
Also, including taking care of self. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's not something that we are taught to do. We are taught to consume. The system thrives off consumers. You know what I mean? If you're not a consumer, you're a producer. And then if you're a producer, be careful what you're producing, because you like sometimes, like social media, somebody produced it, and somebody might have had high hopes for social media. You know what I mean? But
I'm sure they didn't have ill intent.
Or they might have.
Or they could have.
Because a lot of shit is systematic. A lot of shit is meant to be because somebody planned the shit.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
And a lot of that comes back to, like, you can always bring that back to school. Like, what do they condition you to be? A 9-to-5 employee. They condition you, all right, what school? 8 to 3? You graduate and now you got a 9 to 5?
9 to 5.
Why isn't,
like,
if we're taught that everybody is unique, why isn't everybody going to school to find their own uniqueness? You understand?
Exactly.
Like, your own superpower. Like, my superpower is world building. I feel like I'm a creator, like I'm a storyteller.
Yeah.
Something like, and when I'm doing it, when I was just sitting on the couch, high as shit the other day. You know what I mean? And I was just thinking, like I was working on my book in my head. I was like, these are the ideas I want. And when I was putting these pieces of the world together, it made me feel like God.
Okay.
You understand? Because I was creating a world in my mind. And just because it's in my mind doesn't mean it's not real, because everything that is what it is was in somebody's mind before. You understand?
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, in that scenario, we are gods because we can create, you know what I mean? But everybody has to find their superpower, and it's not something we do. You know what I mean? We just...
Yeah.
So do y'all see the world going back to like a bartering system, trade? Everybody has their little farm and everybody takes care of themselves.
I mean, fundamentally, that's what it will always be, because people need resources.
Yeah, when you break it down to the bare bones, that's essentially what it is.
But you talking about
you mean like everybody got land and it's like we're sharing potatoes over the fence type shit? Or you mean like, all right.
He's talking about, y'all seen Book of Eli?
Yeah.
He talking about Book of Eli, like when he traded the iPod in for the water or some shit like that.
Type shit.
Okay.
Like he talking about like some dystopian type shit. Like,
Well, I mean, a lot. I feel like a lot would have to go crazy for that for us to get
a
there.
minute.
They listen to me, because
But it's very feasible though.
this is where I be raging at, because we are close.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the camera. We are close. Like the end is near type shit. Like listen here. Like
So less than a year.
and all you gotta do is, no, it's not. I don't know if it's less than a year, but all you gotta do
Our
is
lifetime?
All you gotta do is it's definitely our lifetime. And when I say the end, I mean like the end of what you know.
The world as we know.
It's,
right?
and it's already
It's
there.
already been, yeah.
Like if you think about it, if you look at the world growing up as a kid and look at it now, like nothing's. You never thought we had the word mask, like, or like,
Bro.
and the masks were used to take our other freedoms. You understand what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
Stay in the house.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, and what it was a test, right? And some people passed, some people didn't. But it
There's a
was
lot of failure going on.
listen, the COVID episode was a test on the humanity's will. Like how compliant are you to the system? You understand?
That's
what
what they
I'm
were
saying?
trying to find out, right?
Like how,
And they found out.
Like how compliant are you to be like, yo, like if we like get the vaccination, and again, if you got it, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like some people, you might have had it. People got families to support. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Might have had to get it.
But that's what they rely on. Also, they feed on the shit you need and make you think you need it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's why I'm just glad I'm a single young man. I don't have anyone else to worry about right now but myself.
That's scary, bro. Cause I just had a son, and it's
Right.
like I'm thinking, and it's like that's why I'm always thinking about this shit. It's like the world is gonna be so crazy when he's like my age. You know what I'm saying? Like
What's even crazier is how fast the world is changing. Like, think about 5 years ago, how different it was.
Did you guys just see the speech Joe Biden released?
Nah, what he said.
So listen to me, man. I be watching the news only to like laugh at it and see how fucked
See
up.
what's going on.
Like
Yeah.
see how fast shit is getting fucked up. So like Joe Biden, he just released this speech about MAGA Republicans, and so make America great again Republicans, saying they were enemies of the country basically. And the way he did it, like he had all red background, and like it was like dark and shadowy and shit. And he had Marines behind him, so it was like a political war speech.
Like a show of force or something.
You know what I
That's
mean?
crazy.
But it was against Americans. You understand what I'm saying? Like it would be cool if he would have said that same shit, that same background against like Russia or somebody's that's actually trying to fuck with us.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But he was saying against Americans.
You're talking about half the population.
You feel me? You feel me? And it's like, and again, it's all test. Like what they wanted to do was they wanted to create an emotional reaction from the people with that. They wanted people to feed into shit.
They stirring the
That's all-
pot.
That's
It's
all
all
they
propaganda.
Want. That's all it is, bro. And it's so comical. It's like this is really what we live in now. Like this is our leader. This is the people that we like.
That
we supposed to look
This
up
is
to.
our
Yeah.
society. You feel me? Like, and it has gone completely wrong.
It's great. They say peaceful times make weak men, and I feel like that's where we are in America. Like we're very like a lot of the first world countries are starting to get so soft that
Let's talk about weak men though, like masculinity.
yeah,
You
we
know
could
what I
definitely
mean?
talk about
We can
that.
definitely talk about
It has
that.
definitely changed over the years.
But it's definitely masculinity is something that's shamed in men now, to where it's like
think so?
oh 1,000%. Anytime a man starts acting masculine, how do women act? You ain't shit, nigga. Why you doing that?
All right. So what's the definition? Give me an example of what's masculine to you.
What's masculine is handling your shit, being on your purpose as a man,
All right, so
not giving in to.
So I would say if a female is not with that, then they not for you.
That's true. That's true. But all right. So think about how the general man would look at that though. The general man wants sex, right? So what he gonna do to get it? He gonna conform.
Yeah, I get it.
You feel me? So I feel like that plays a huge role. I'm not saying that's the only reason why it's being shamed, but that plays a huge role in masculinity being suppressed in men.
So this is what I think. I think again it's systematic. I think
100%.
masculinity is systematically being ripped away from men, and because it makes the people of the society weaker and more compliant.
Yeah, they won't rebel.
If all of the strong fucking hard headed men are gone, you know what I mean?
Nobody
they're
will.
easier to invade. You understand what I'm saying?
Look at Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think
Canceled.
what was I about to say?
He did say wild shit, but
Yeah, I think fucking so systematic, right? And it's because now I lost my train of thought. Y'all go ahead.
But yeah, so what Kev was about to say is like, for example, Andrew Tate, they banned this man on everything.
For what? What he do?
Exactly. What did he do? Exactly. So basically they said that YouTube, like all the platforms, they pretty much said that he was like hate speech.
Yeah,
or
hate speech, misogynistic.
They try to say he was a violent man.
Violent.
But really they twisted up clips of him talking over long periods of time and put them together. People got triggered, mad. Does he say some wild shit? Yes, but there's definitely some truth behind it. And I say he's a prime example of masculinity as a whole, like for real. 4-time world kickboxer, like he holds himself to that level, and they just ban that man off everything. So it's like it's in your face. It's crazy how in your face it is of them suppressing masculinity. And I 100% agree with you about how they suppress it in order to keep strong men weak.
Yeah.
Keep the men weak. That way you can't rebel.
And I think it's because like masculinity, right? I believe is like, as a man, you understand certain things, and for one of them is like the main thing is family, right? Like
100%.
You're a protector and you're
Provider. Those are your two jobs.
And the second one, provider, right, is one thing that men run from, because it's like, I feel like we got into the age of like, why do I gotta do that? You know what I mean? Like, why do I have to be the provider or some shit like that? And it's like, why? Like this is my reaction to that. Why not?
That's the shit we preach.
100%.
Because if you want your woman to follow you, right? Like, because most men do. Most men want, like, you have to give her something to follow.
Facts.
Exactly.
A good example, because if you live with your shorty, right, and then you say y'all working out, right, and you start working out for a while, most likely she gonna start working out.
100%.
You get what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be a leader, you can do that, but you gotta lead her somewhere she wants to go. If not, she will be resentful, because women's natural state, right, is they're nurturers.
100%.
Men are the warriors and the ones that get their hands dirty. But women, they care for you, they nurture you, and they supply the earth with humanity. You feel me? But
facts.
But they all followers and to the man. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I feel like we forgot. And it's not hard. You know what I mean? Providing isn't hard when you have that woman supporting you. But you have to understand why you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I just do it because it's like any other thing that I do that's outside of what I know is right will lead to my downfall.
Yeah.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
And it's just like, again, like we was talking about earlier, you your own worst enemy. Like, you know what's right. You know what I mean? Anything else is like just leading to destruction. You feel me?
That's a fact. And that's 100% right. It's on men. As a man, you really have two main jobs. That's protect and provide.
Facts.
And that's protect and provide for who you care about.
And teach. I would say teach too.
Yeah, teach as well. Teach the youth. Teach the next generation coming up.
And you're a woman. Because what I don't mean to interrupt your
nah, you good.
Bro, but like, women, they love when they can learn from you. You understand? Like they are open. Like when you in a relationship, bro, and you doing everything like right. And I don't mean what's right as far as the woman's eyes, because I feel like
I know what you mean. You
feel me?
Yeah.
When you on path with your God self, you understand? That woman is gonna be with her goddess self. You understand? And then it's gonna be.
That's yin and yang. Yeah.
You feel me? And yin and yang is women and men. You know what I mean? As above is below. Like you like, and that's why you can be a man and be feminine to a point. You get what I'm saying? So it's like
I get what you're saying.
You feel me? So like men have femininity. I don't know if I say that word.
Femininity.
Right.
Femininity. I know, we know what you're saying.
It's
Men
a way
have
to say it.
estrogen.
It's one of them ones.
Men have that shit.
Yeah.
But it's like we have too much of it now. And it's because
We're on balance.
porn
on both sides.
Porn is one.
Oh, you're talking
I
now.
wanna say
Talk to these
porn
niggas, bro.
porn
Talk
is
to them,
one.
bro.
That's where my train of thought was when I was about to say that
Okay,
shit.
yeah.
Because porn is one.
Porn
because
is the
what
devil.
it does is because you said it, you was like men want sex, right? So
Yeah.
when you have that at what's the instinct like gratification.
I read at your
Instantly,
fingertips.
right there in your hand,
Right, it's
as much
like-
as you can desire, bro.
Now it's like you're not as focused, right? So like if you constantly having sex, you're not gonna be as focused, or it's like you're not
Facts.
gonna be as strong willed. When you have context of instant gratification all the time, your will be lesser because you don't need it anymore.
Exactly. You can just
understand?
get what you want right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
But it's not what you need though.
At all.
You know what I mean? It's brain chemistry. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because it's dopamine releasing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
You a
that's-
dopamine junkie.
Exactly, and that's just like
Yeah.
the foods we eat. It's some
Yeah.
dopamine is America. Dopamine
Facts.
is
Yeah.
America's
is
a dopamine
America,
rush, bro.
Like consumption. I want to eat. I want to watch. Like I want to eat something when I watch something all the time. Or I'll flip that.
I want to watch something while
watch
I'm
something
eating.
while you eat.
Every
Yeah.
time.
Every
It's like I
time.
can't just sit
Like
there
I'll
and be
find me a
like.
video on YouTube before I start eating.
You feel me? And now it's like, because like that's ultimate consumption. Like you're consuming food and you're consuming media at the same.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like it's ultimate, and it's like
And that's how we gonna end up like Wally, bro. Everybody in the chairs,
Yeah.
reclining, fucking scooting on with got your
That's
popcorn
shit,
with
bro.
you, like nah.
And it makes us more compliant. It makes us fat. It makes us lazy.
Makes you
like,
fat, out of shape. You can't fight back. Like
If
nah.
we were all going on our God path, there would be more people to stand up to the shit that's not right. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah,
That's what the.
But now when you stand up
want.
to what's not right, they censor you. You don't even have freedom of speech really anymore.
And that's why social
That's the scary
media
part.
was a crazy thing, because it gives somebody power to. Because if this is the thing that everybody uses to communicate now, this is the new language.
Yeah.
It's whoever controls it has the power
Yeah.
to like.
Is that there's no more freedom of speech
Yeah.
on social media because social media is run by private companies.
Even YouTube, like I remember, like COVID thing, like if you drop something on YouTube and you talk about COVID, like and it's something we don't like, they gonna take it.
oh yeah,
off.
yeah, easily.
And
Yeah.
then going back to Andrew Tate, another reason why they banned him is because he had such a grip on the youth
Yeah.
of men.
yeah.
And like
they were running with some of the crazy shit he said though.
they were running with some of the
What
wild
did
shit
he
he said.
I can't even think of anything wild off the top, but he has a whole bunch of like crazy rumors against him and allegations that are all proved like not to be true. But you know, people gonna hear a clip and
Yeah.
take it at face value.
Like it's the way he says shit. Like
it is a lot.
I can't even think of the
He's
specific
also
clips,
the
but
type
I'll
of
post
guy,
him up and show you some
he's
after.
also the type of guy where he's very sarcastic and he'll exaggerate something to the point where like, but he's really saying it to the point where it seemed like the average
mean
like you
that
might
shit.
believe him. Yeah, like he really mean it, but he's really just being sarcastic. And a lot of shit can get twisted, taken out of context and shit. But
But media always do that shit. They always
yeah,
do that.
100%. That's what the media is about.
That's why I didn't like. I was going to school for like mass communication, and it's like that's a lot of like where reporters come from and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's one thing I didn't like about the concept of the media thing. Like I don't want to twist nothing up. You know what I mean? I want to give it. as
Yeah,
it
get the
is.
truth.
Right.
You know what
Get
I
the
mean?
truth.
That's what's just. Everybody has an agenda. You know what I mean? Everybody got some agenda behind like what they give you. They're not just giving it to you for free. You know what I mean? I said, I read something once. It was like, if it's for free, you're the product, or some shit like that.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like if they give it to you, like porn is free. You know what I mean? You're the
Exactly.
product, like you're the experiment. You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
they're not
Piggybacking off that porn thing. First of all, and how it fucks up your will. For all you young bachelors out there, who if you want to know a little trick, here's a trick. I ain't gonna say who did this, but somebody did this that I know. All you gotta do is make a rule for yourself. You're not allowed to touch your shit no more unless a girl is touching it. And I promise you your life will change.
I know who made this rule.
I promise you your life will change.
that's tough.
It's different. All right, back to our regular scheduled program.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think masculinity is something that more men need, and it's crazy how it's unbalanced now. I think a lot of women are more masculine now because they're going out working and providing, and a lot of men are kind of like, all right, she's providing, so I'm not gonna fully do my job.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not natural balance, and I feel like that's why a lot of dating is fucked up right now.
Masculinity is too, like, men are too tapped into their emotional side.
Come in a little closer to the mic.
Men are too tapped into their emotional side, and I say that because a lot is a stigma to that. Like, you know what I mean, the whole thing, like, people think men can't express their emotions and shit.
Yeah.
Like, people can express their emotions, right? But when you're letting your emotions control your movements, that's different.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, men are supposed to be
stoic.
Men have beast inside of them. You understand? Everybody does, but like the men's is more violent, I believe. You know what I mean?
1,000%.
So it's like masculinity is your ability to control the beast. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's like when you're emotional in an emotional state all the time, there's no control there. So that's when like being feminine comes in. It's like she can't deal with you also being feminine. You get what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
Like that's when the yin and yang is. When it's yang and yang, it's not fucking working. You understand?
Her emotions have to be able to bounce off of you. Like you can't.
You feel me?
You can't be an emotional you can't be emotionally unstable as a man. You need to be able. You need to be stoicism. That's the word I was looking for.
And I'm gonna speak to the black community on this too. Like and I feel like it's because it's a lot. Like we're like the woman, you know what I mean, in the community is like bashful towards men, and I feel like it's in the black community a lot. And I think what I think is, again, it was systematic because in the 80s, like the crack epidemic, right? Like it either sent a lot of our fathers to prison for either using the drug or selling the drug. You understand what I'm saying? And it took a lot of fathers out of the households, a lot of men out of the households. So now there is resentment from men because they wasn't there. You know what I mean? And then and all of these things, along with like certain projects that were put together to make sure we didn't achieve real wealth. You know what I mean? These are the things that led to the devaluation of the black man in the household. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is why women are, I feel like, scornful towards black men now, and sometimes.
Yeah, if you wanna tear apart a group of people, you break apart the family.
Exactly. It was a story. It was a story I read one time. I might have listened to a podcast. It was some ancient fucking village somewhere, and it was a neighboring village, and what the people of the neighboring village did to invade the other village was they gave them alcohol and all these and liquor and shit, and before they gave them that, these people was like, they were fucking warriors. You didn't want to fuck with them, you know what I mean? But they gave it to them as a gift, and then they got them drunk. You feel me? And they drunk for weeks and weeks and weeks until they wasn't in the same village no more, and they wasn't the same people no more. So it was easier to conquer. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the strategic tools that's been used.
Yeah, you got a liquor store on every corner.
On the people, like there's a war on the people of America. You know what I mean? Like
1,000%.
It's been going on for a while now. Like since the creation of the CIA, like the CIA has a headquarters in Hollywood, right? Why? Because they influence all of the media. Like
Disney, all of that.
The certain ideals that we see in movies and all of that shit, like it's all, and it was all around the time. They was also like World War II. They was using the same like media technology to like brainwash is a strong word, but to influence the soldiers. Like they would put the soldiers in these encampments and put the screen in front of them, and they would watch these things. You know what I mean? I don't know what exactly they were playing, but it was like the whole MK Ultra thing. It was like it's all of that, and they used it on the American people. Like they didn't just get rid of it. Like it might have said they stopped. Right, but they didn't fucking stop. Like the technology still.
Yeah, like the program stopped.
Yeah, you feel me?
MK, the actual program stopped.
But where's all of the shit
purpose
at? Like,
behind
where's all of the, you know what I mean? All of the resources still there. Somebody who started the shit, he's still there. Yeah. You know what I mean? They just taking it somewhere else.
You know what's crazy about it though is how they set up the government. So like the whole Freedom of Information Act or whatever. They can put the information like that on hold, classified for 70, 60, 80 years. That way, they don't got to worry about doing that to the American people till later.
That's like why
like MK Ultra, we didn't know about that until it came out, until it got released to the public.
That's why I like the UFO files and shit just coming out now and shit.
Yeah.
That's why they killed JFK, because he was about to leak that shit.
The UFO shit?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that's why they took him out.
Facts.
Man, we can talk about UFOs too, man.
Let's
like,
talk about it.
I know a lot. You feel me? I be fucking with the UFOs.
You be fucking with them UFOs crazy.
it's different theories for real. Like,
Where you think they come from? You believe that they're in the ocean, like down there?
the UFOs?
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of the theory.
Never
I heard of it.
that
I heard it was a theory because the pod can move. The way that the craft can move, they say it can travel at the same speed through water, through air. So if it can move like that through, what's the only purpose of being able to move through water is maybe your base is in the water. Like, you feel me? I heard that theory, the theory of hollow earth. That's how they.
So the hollow earth theory, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, it's like journey to the center of the earth shit. Like,
Exactly.
so like this all ties, everything's connected. You feel me? So like, damn, bro, it's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's a lot.
So where do you think these UFOs are coming from? Like other planets and shit?
So first of all, I want to say this: UFOs doesn't necessarily mean alien. You know what I mean?
Facts.
They could be a governmental hoax to just stir up people in the fucking conspiracy theories away from the actual truth about aliens. That they're here, not in UFOs, but in actual buildings dressed up as people. That could be true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, this is what I think. If you look at the world, right? Like, really look at it. Animals live here peacefully without us. They can suffer. Without humans here,
Animals will be thriving.
it's fucking harmonious because they're meant to be here.
Yeah.
So what does that mean about us?
Oh, we're parasites. We're not supposed to be here.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, we are fucking aliens. Like, we don't. Like, if you look, it's so fucking obvious. We don't belong here.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like,
we out here building roads and shit.
Like, we're fucking the world up. Like humanity is.
Yes.
Animals didn't do it. It started with humanity. Like, we're fucking this shit up. You get what I'm saying? And we don't belong here. So it's like, I want people to understand that first. Like, you're like, when you ask me, I believe it, you're a fucking alien. Like, you don't belong here, bro. So it's like, when you first think about that, that's the first mind-blowing thing that leads to other mind-blowing things. Because then you have to think about the Bible, right? And if you change every word in the Bible with, like, angel and change, like, extraterrestrial, it makes sense. Or if you change, like Moses, the shit he seen, like, in the sky when he was on top of the mountain, it could be the fucking spacecraft. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because people back then, they didn't have the knowledge we know now. So they made metaphors to describe the shit. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah.
But when you start understanding that the whole Bible is metaphors, nothing that shit is literal. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's all metaphorical. It's so much shit, bro. Because it's like, I'm a study of, like, religion, you know what I mean, and all that shit. And it's like, all of this shit ties in. Like, we always talking about hollow earth. Like, that shit crazy, too. I don't know what the fuck's, like, because it's Antarctica, right? They just drilled, they found out it was freshwater lakes in Antarctica, right? Yeah. And back in the day, it was a journalist, a reporter, scientific reporter. He got lost in Antarctica. Yeah. He was searching for the hollow earth shit, though. Okay. So the theory that the portal is in Antarctica or the gateway, whatever. Also in the pyramids or whatever. Yeah. But
I was about to ask about that too, but
the fucking Antarctica, bro, that shit is crazy because it's like it's heated signatures under the ice that's not supposed to be there. You know what I mean? It's shit that's not supposed to be there. You understand what I'm saying? And it's
that's Megatron, but continue.
Megatron, and it's actually everything. See, Megatron got his name from an angel called Megatron.
Right? I didn't even know that. I didn't
know that shit.
Megatron was supposed to be the messenger of God, the closest angel to God. You understand? And when they talk about a divine spark in Transformers, that's like that's your God form. That's like your enlightened consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And then like the Tesseract, like
it's that blue
So it's real, bro. It's like all of this shit is real. Like Megatron is a Megatron cube that's supposed to reach you to enlightenment, and then it's just so much.
Yeah, everything's based off something like real.
You feel me? And it's like they put it in media to desensitize you, so you can be like,
exactly.
Since it's in a movie, that shit not real. You know what I mean? Or it could be real, but it's like fuck it. You know what I mean? I already seen it.
Let's talk about them periods. I said periods. Pyramids. Hey, let's talk about them pyramids because
Hey, yo, what's going on?
Ain't no way human beings built the fucking periods way back
Yo,
then.
you said it again. You said periods again.
Did I say periods again?
I swear to God.
I've been drinking this tequila. Let me live.
Yeah, 1 cup. You're not even done yet. What you?
Stop talking. Come on, I'm trying to give me an excuse.
All right, I'll mind my business.
Let's talk about these pyramids.
I think the pyramids was like.
You really think humans built that though? You seen them? Really think about it though. Like,
No, I don't, because it's just the mathematical
too
equations
big.
that had to be done. Like
It's literally perfect.
one of the pyramids in the Giza plateau, where one of the fucking pyramids is,
Mm-hmm.
they align perfectly with the Orion or
Dagger's tip,
not a fucking
Orion's belt.
yes,
Yeah.
like the Orion's belt constellation, like one of the stars and some shit. That shit's crazy. Like they can, and then there's other ones that's like can only be seen from an aerial view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which means they had to have the ability of flight, which is like not known of. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's history's a lie. Like
Yeah.
that's one thing. How history is a fucking lie, bro. Like, but once you can still look at it though. It's just like the news. Like the news is bullshit, all propaganda. But you can still look through the bullshit and see exactly like top 1 + 1 = 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like,
read between the lines.
yeah, so history is still a tool that you can look at and see exactly what was going on at the time. And you gotta look at different events. Cause if you look at one event, then you're only looking at the bullshit they telling you. But if you look at 2 different events and tie them together, then the bullshit kind of fade away. And it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's just the mindset of a historian, you know what I mean? Which is something I aspire to be.
So when y'all are looking at the news, do you like tend to look at both sides of what's going on?
I do. Only, you know what I mean, just to make sure that I'm not being influenced also, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah, you can't just keep consuming Tucker Carlson every day and not look at
Right.
the other side.
I
like,
ain't
you
gonna
feel me?
cap. I fuck with Tucker Carlson.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with him too. But you can't just watch him every day. You
yeah.
got to see the other side too.
A lot of black people don't fuck with Fox News because they think it's like, and again, that's right, that's propaganda too. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like, just the fact that a lot of black people don't,
Won't even listen. So I'm like,
or don't fuck with Republicans. You know what I mean? And in reality, the Republicans were the party that went for the Emancipation Proclamation,
Freed the slaves.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So a lot of people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's
Exactly.
just they go with the best propaganda.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
and it's scary because we live in a world now where we can't disagree peacefully anymore.
yeah.
Without somebody getting hurt, and that's scary because once you can't disagree peacefully, that means we're not listening. So once you're not listening, shit gonna go left. That's not just about to pop off.
Every time. If you can't have like
If you can't
civil
have a peaceful
discourse.
discussion, yeah,
The world's too loud, man. Nobody can listen no more, man.
that's a fact though. All right. That being said, follow us on the gram at Official on the Low.
Yes, sir.
You can find me in the bio. I'm at BLU13.
I'm also in the bio. I'm at 302K.
Go ahead, shout out your IG.
Plug whatever, bro.
What you got coming next?
IG at the real_CD. The E's is 3s. Word, man. I got a lot of shit that's not going on. You know what I mean? I'm just taking time to myself right now. You feel me? Getting my shit together. Working on some bigger projects that'll lead to bigger things for me. You know what I mean? And when I come back to battle rap, it's up for a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And
I'm
that's
excited to see everything you got in store for us,
and
bro.
that's a fact, man, because I'm taking a break right now and letting y'all catch up. That's how I'm seeing it.
That's all it is.
I like that.
Now I'm talking my shit. Y'all do y'all do what y'all do, man. Like everybody trying to get to their own bag in their own way, man. But when I come back, it's definitely up.
Yes,
Facts.
sir.
And it's stuck.
Hey,
Not
yeah.
playing with niggas.
Let us know when you going back because I need to go to another one. That shit
Man,
was lit.
That shit was
Shout out
lit.
to Siege Battle League again, man.
Yep.
Shout out Third Degree. Shout out Bar You to Death. Shout out Baz, man. Shout out T-Rex, man. Shout out everybody that support me, man. Be ready. I'm about to start dropping like little freestyles here and there again. I'm about to fuck with this music again, fuck with the poetry again. Really get back to just being me in all aspects.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Let us
sir.
see it. Though that being said, we'll holla at y'all next time.
Yep.
Facts.
It's a shame how many bitches giving out they brain. They attracted to men with status. I'm teaching you the game. Don't you worry about a bitch. Don't you worry about the fame. Just focus on your grind and watch that money fall like rain. I maneuver through these flows like a nigga on a jet ski. Your bitch steady peeping chill, bro. She don't impress me. Niggas tryna lower my stock.